What's up, VC? What's up, vinyl community? It's Dan hanging out with you. One more time. We're going to do this, at least. This is what, 3 videos in like almost as many weeks? Strange things are afoot at the Vinyl Geezer channel. That's right. So I decided to make, as I'm trying to find my footing again in making videos, kind of coming back into the VC, I thought, why not just do a vinyl finds? I'll show 5 or 6 records that I've picked up recently, share them with you, why I bought them, how they sound. Some of these may cause a little controversy. I'm going to say that due to numerous recent things that have happened in the vinyl community. You guys, I had this whole thing planned. I went on vacation. We went to New Mexico. I just picked up some grails, guys. And I mean big time records. And I was going to talk about them. And I was going to do this whole video about these grails that I've been looking for ages. I thought I'd never run into. I thought if I did, they'd be out of my reach, which they were out of my reach, but because of the nature of my collecting now, I was able to grab them. Not on vacation, it was before I went on vacation. And then this whole thing blew up, man. MoFi, digital, whole thing. If you guys are even part of the vinyl community, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I mean, everybody did a video on it. I even talked about it. I didn't want to do one of those MoFi digital things. It really doesn't impact me too much. I have about 10 or 11 MoFis. But anyway, I'm gonna content warning. There's some MoFis in this stack of recent finds, all right, or purchases. So, recent additions to my vinyl collection. So, anyway, with no further ado, let's get started. I don't know where you guys are in your collecting. I'm in my collecting where one record is now costing me what 10 records would have cost me a few, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's not that way now. I've purged 100 records this year alone. Just stuff that I don't listen to. Stuff that why do I have this? If I can turn this 100 records into 4 or 5 or even 2 or 3 or one awesome record, I'll do it. I'll do it in a second without thought. Because what I'm realizing is it's not about numbers, guys. It's about having a well-curated vinyl collection. That's what I want. I want every one of these records there to be a reason why I have it, and it's something that I will listen to. And that I know I will listen to. That's what I want when I'm collecting these vinyl records. Anyway, some are very, very sentimental. This is one of them. This was a wall find. I find myself scanning walls now. I used to not even look at the walls in the record companies. A record store would be like, no way. I'm just not even going to look because I'm going to freak out. Sticker shock. It's going to kill me. Now I'm like, ooh, I'm scanning the wall. They have Danzig records. No. There's a Sam Hain. That's interesting. I may come back for that one. But the fact that it's $275 may just hold me back a little bit. But also, I don't think it's going to be rushing out the door at that price. I've got some time to think it over. No, I haven't bought it yet. Yet, I say yet. Because, it's one of those things. I'm going through, I'm like, do I need these records? This will equal. Anyway, you guys know what I'm saying. You're getting to a point where it's like, I'm not listening to this many records. If I could turn that into this many records that I'm listening to, man, that would be awesome. Or just one. Just one that I know I'll listen to. I'd rather have that. Anyway, that's where I'm getting with my collection. Long story short, scanned the walls, saw this, had to have it. Terminator Soundtrack. Amazing. Brad Fidel, am I saying his name right? I want to make sure that I am saying his name right. This is Brad Fidel. Or it could be Fidel, I don't know. Did the Terminator soundtrack. Side A is all score. Side B is all really bad 80s pop. It's not good, but side one of this really kicks. And Yeah, for the money. Look at that artwork, man. Yes, there's a bend. I know. I'm aware of it. I am aware of it. And it does make me a little bit sad. But look at that. That's friggin' awesome, Arnie. You know? Nice night for a walk. Great stuff. Terminator Soundtrack. Brad Fidel, whatever you want to say. Original soundtrack and score to the Terminator. And it's got, you know, no major inserts or anything. We're with this, but we do have some movie artwork on the back there. Very cool stuff. Linda Hamilton, Michael Biehn. I don't know how you say his name anyway. Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor. And of course, the Terminator there. It's just great stuff. I love the Bill Paxton in there, you know. It's like this guy's a couple cans short of a six-pack. Yeah, great stuff. Miss Bill Paxton. Great. I was so happy to find this. See, and I've spun this like 2 or 3 times. Great stuff. Next one, online buy. I saw that some store had this and it was on sale, and it is Tool's Undertow. Yeah, I just thought I'd buy it before it goes out of print. These Tool records, I don't know what's going on with Tool, guys. I'm starting to get a feeling that maybe they don't care too much about the fans. Anyway, this is the Tool dissectional. I'm not sure if they're even pressing. I'm not even sure if they're in charge of this music. I don't know if they own this music. I don't know if they keep pressing it. Why aren't they pressing Inema? You know, they did this huge box set, and everybody's like, $300 or $200 for Fear Inoculum. And I'm like going, if that was Inema, I'd jump on it 2 seconds flat. Why are they not doing Inema? Why do we not have 10,000 Days? It's a fantastic album. Why don't we have these guys? So anyway, Tool, if you're listening, and I know you're watching my channel, repress Inema. Anyway, Undertow. This is the newest pressing of this. There's no artwork. There's no inserts. It comes in 2 paper inserts. It feels like it's 180 gram vinyl. It sounds pretty good. I ran it through the spin clean before I played it, and it sounds fine. It's not like a lot of noise or anything like that on it. So it seems decent. It sounds good on my system, which, you know, isn't like an $80,000 system. Anyway, it's one I've been looking for forever. I'm always scanning the bins, never expecting to find this, but I just do it anyway. It's one of those things. And to find one that was complete with an inner sleeves, just, you know, that just makes me happy. I like inner sleeves. It was this, Gary Newman, Two Boy Army, first album. Of course, not the first press of this album. This is the 1981 reissue. It's great. I got it at a good deal because it's got this big water stain on it. So I got it at a great deal, but fantastic stuff. Guys, this is the weirdest album. This is proto thrash. You get some chuggy guitars. Proto synth pop, kind of. Not really. It's kind of new wave, synthy, proto post-punk, proto thrash. It's weird. It's Gary Newman. It's lo-fi. It's got this great stuff. Check it out if you ever see this. Gary Newman, Two Boy Army, first record, amazing stuff. I love Gary Newman, huge fan, always have been. He's so bizarre, he's so unique. Love listening to Gary Newman. Moving on, you know, just like I said, I'm getting into that point where. And I want records that are in really good condition for the most part. For something like the Two Boy Army album, I'll accept some water stains. But something like this, I haven't seen a clean copy of. So I've always, and you know, it's like I'm not. U2's October. This is just phenomenal. I love this record. I just do. I love early U2. I think it's great stuff. Gloria. Big track off of here, but you know, guys, it's a phenomenal record. You know, I mean, people either love or hate. They either love or hate U2, and I love U2. I think they're great, and I love U2. So Anyway. All right, moving on. Recent repress. Was very happy to see this at In the Groove Records in Jeff City. And that's Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger. I hadn't picked this up. And I'm going to tell you why here a little bit of why I haven't picked this up. It's because I listened to this like insanity 30 plus years ago. I was obsessed with it, and I was like, I was getting to the point where if I never heard Rusty Cage or Outshined again in my life, I would have been okay. I would have been fine with it. And then something happens, and you're like, you hear it on the radio. Normally try to shut it off immediately, but one day, you kind of hear it on the radio and you let it play. You're like, yeah, man, yeah, Outshine's on the radio, cool. Of course, on the classic rock stations now, it's Outshine, classic rock. You're like, oh, great. I'm officially old. This is the Vinyl Geezer. Anyway, Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger. So, I haven't listened to this in a long time, so revisiting this record sounds great. I don't know what people are talking about. It probably would sound better if it was spread out across two. I know a lot of people have the Super Deluxe. That's out of print, I believe. Way out of my range. This is like a $25 record, and it sounds really good. Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger. Favorite song, still by far, Room 1,000 Years Wide. Amazing stuff. My favorite Soundgarden song of all time is on this record. Need Down on the Upside. Really need that one. But happy to have Bad Motorfinger. All right, these next two, controversial, perhaps. So, been wanting this record for a very long time. My wife is a huge fan. I am a huge fan. We love this album. We love 10,000 Maniacs. Wish they would do the Unplugged, but you guys might know what I'm getting at, and that is Tiger Lily by Natalie Merchant. This was recently repressed. As this whole MoFi thing is going down, this managed to stay up on the Music Direct site for like a week. I got a copy of Tiger Lily, and I didn't have to pay $150 for it. Now, why did I buy the MoFi? Well, I'm going to tell you why I bought the MoFi. Because we have the CD. This is the only vinyl version available. You can't even get, I don't even think they were made overseas. It's 1995, Natalie Merchant's masterpiece, Tiger Lily. Just great. It's beautiful. It's beautifully done. It sounds nice. It's a really nice sounding record. I've never heard it on any other vinyl to compare. I just have the CD to compare, and the CD sounds good in the car. We don't have a CD player in here, and it sounds fine streaming. But to be able to spin this, it sounds really good. It's a very, very nice sounding record. It's very polite sounding, which matches this. So this is the MoFi of Tiger Lily. It's and we recently found out, as they updated their site, this was cut from a digital file, a DSD-64, which is what they used to make Super Audio CDs. So it sounds really good. Is it going to go up in value? Maybe. Time will tell on what's going to happen with MoFi. I have no idea, but I'm happy to have this, and I'm not going to get rid of it because it's MoFi. That's for sure. I'm very happy with it. I kind of wish we had another option to buy it. I would like to hear what somebody like Bernie Grunman or Ryan K. Smith or like who else? Chris Bellman would do with it. I would like to hear that, because those albums sound amazing. The ones that were, my Bernie Grunman cut of like Blood Sugar Sex Magic is amazing. The Nirvana Nevermind is amazing. I would like to hear what he would do with Tiger Lily. But anyway, for right now, MoFi is the only one that does it. So okay, I'm also a big Genesis fan, and like this was funny. This is one I've been wanting. I've been wanting this MoFi. This is actually an old one. This is from 1981, and this is when they were MFSL, and this is Genesis Trick of the Tail, and it was in beautiful condition. I found this at an antique store for very cheap, $15. It was in perfect shape, of course, dusty, and there was like, you know, all these. There was like this really cool insert in here, so it's just kind of like you got some of this business reply mail stuff. They're trying to sell you their geodisc, and they're talking about Steely Dan, Pink Floyd, and all this stuff on this kind of inserts that were in this package. Totally worth $15, and I was very happy. I love Trick of the Tail, man. Squonk, you're gonna what? It's like, it's a great Genesis record. So yeah, I got the MoFi of it, and it was almost in almost perfect condition. I had to run it through the spin clean like 4 or 5 times. This would be an album that probably would have done well being ultrasonically cleaned. I had one of those cleaners for a while. I couldn't stand it, man. Like the noise. It was like a headache. It was like an ice cream headache. I couldn't handle it. It overpowered. I'd like have to leave the house. It was too much. Something about those tones, they went in my ear, and this piercing, awful, god-awful noise. I couldn't do it. If I had like a dedicated room that I could put it in. Plus, guys, I kind of like dig my spin clean. I kind of like cleaning records. Call me crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that's some recent finds. I was very happy to find most of those. I was happy to get the MoFis. I think the Trick of the Tail is analog. It doesn't matter to me. I had an original Trick of the Tail that sounds better to me. And it could be that I had a really bad reissue of Trick of the Tail. Like it wasn't very nice. But so that upgraded that copy. It's good enough. It's good enough for me. I'm not complaining. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys continue to do well. I'm trying to figure out, something to talk about in my next video. I think I've got a few ideas, so we'll just see what happens. And you guys take it easy. Keep digging them records, man. You never know what you're gonna find in those bins. Don't think like, I'm going to be digging in the bins with the plebs once again. You never know what you're gonna find in there, guys. Good stuff all around. I really want to talk about these grails that I got. Because I'm excited, and I kind of just want to share that with people that care. Because it's like, I could go to work and be like, guess what I found? And they're like, it's really nice, Dan. We're really happy for you. What the hell is he talking about? People look at me like I'm insane. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Peace. Love you all. R.I.P. Bill Young, Michigan Record Club. Do want to mention that. When I made my last video, I didn't realize that he had passed. And, man, Bill was a very generous guy. I know that we had some nice back and forths in the comments section. He's just a very nice, very generous guy. Very likable guy. And, anyway, rest in peace, my dude. And you guys take it easy. And we'll see you soon, hopefully. Talk to you later.